Boy, do we have a great show for you on Studio 23 Nashville.
Welcome to the show. Today's guest is a most accomplished man. He comes from one of the smallest towns in Tennessee.
But he played at the foot of the Eiffel Tower.
And he has won a Grammy Award, and he has done so many things it's going to take a long time to get into it. We're very happy to have with us today Dr. Bobby Jones.
Welcome to Studio 23 Nashville with your hosts Jennifer Herron and Bryan Cumming. Today's very special guest is gospel music legend Dr. Bobby Jones.
Well, welcome to Studio 23 Nashville. We are in the living room kicking back, Bryan and myself, with Dr. Bobby Jones.
Kicking back.
I tell you.
I'm rocking and rolling.
You have been for quite a few years entertaining all of our families.
Yeah, it's been like 40-something years now in television, 35 of which was international, and the rest was done right here in the beautiful city of where?
Nashville.
Nashville.
Yes. Nashville. Is that how you say it?
Nashville. Yeah. Yes. Where are you from? I'm from Nashville. Tennessee? Yeah.
But originally, you were from somewhere out west, right?
No. I was from the western part of the state of Tennessee.
Yeah.
So that's out west, if you want to call it that. It's Paris.
Paris.
Not Paris. Paris. You know how you're Texan.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so you know how y'all talk.
Yep, he said y'all. He's got us down. I love it. That's where they have the big fish fry, and that's where you played at the foot of the Eiffel Tower, right?
Of course, right in the city of Paris.
Tennessee.
Fortunately, I did it in Paris, France as well.
Oh, amazing. He's traveled all
It's
over
really
the
an
world.
amazing story because Henry County, I was looking this stuff up.
He did.
In 2000, the town of Henry, Tennessee was a little over 500 people, but by 2010 it had been reduced to 486 because so many people moved out.
Oh, my gosh.
He found out so many things about me and embarrassed me.
He graduated from high school at 15 and came to TSU here in Nashville, from which he graduated at 19. He was really a good student.
Your education is quite amazing.
Is it?
Doctorate over at Vanderbilt?
What makes that amazing? Because it's Vanderbilt.
I think it is.
Well,
no, I think it is. You're so young and all of your accomplishments.
Well, I'll tell you what made Vanderbilt be relatively amazing is because at that time we did not have good relationships as far as interschooling and all of that is concerned. So that was an anomaly to get to go to a university of that sort. They had just started the program where people of my color could go to that university. So I was on the, and the pressure. I'm trying to get a doctorate from Vanderbilt. But I did it. And I did it in 2 years, actually. Actually, before 2 years, because I kept doing everything that I was doing. And most people who were getting a doctorate degree had to stop whatever they were doing and concentrate just on that particular area that they were working in. But I was able to continue doing traveling and everything else I was doing and was able to come out of there with that degree in 2 years. I went, oh, hallelujah, I'm from Paris, Tennessee.
You've gone far, sir. Far.
It's hard to know what to focus on. It's obvious that music has been a huge part of your life, and you've sung and played and performed, and everybody knows you as a gospel musician.
Now, isn't that interesting, Bryan? That is truly interesting because I had no idea that I would ever be into music. I graduated with a degree in elementary education where I started teaching and thought that that was going to be, the gist of what I was doing. I was a textbook consultant. You already know that from McGraw-Hill for about 5 years.
Oh,
I was a linguist. You didn't
While
read
you
that
were
part?
during the teaching time? Or?
No, that was in between.
Yeah.
I started teaching, and then they found me. McGraw-Hill did, and asked if I would be their consultant for two of their programs. One was called Programmed Reading, where I taught phonetic approach to teaching young kids how to read. Instead of look, say, we went phonetic. So I did that for about 4 years and traveled the world for them. And then got tired of it and came back to Nashville and said, bring me back to Nashville so I can watch Tennessee State play football at Vanderbilt, So that's what happened in the interim.
But in addition to being a teacher and a musician with great...
No, I wasn't a musician.
Okay, you weren't a musician.
No,
When did the music come in?
Listen, I taught myself how to play the piano.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Well, and that's how I made it through Tennessee State University. I played with 3 fingers here and 2 here. Jesus keep me near the cross in a Baptist church. And it was so interesting. This lady was looking for someone to play for her Sunday school class. I was listening to the radio. And so my aunt had an upright piano, and she could play by ear. She played, and so I sat at that piano and I started working on it. And I told my aunt, I said, I'm gonna try out for this job. I couldn't play really, and I did. But you know, this is how the Lord works. Let me put it back in the spiritual context. And I started playing for the church. And they took me in. Honestly, I could play 3 songs.
This was in Nashville?
Nashville.
And your aunt lived in Nashville, or your aunt with a piano?
My aunt and uncle. That's how I got to go to school, because I could stay with them. We didn't have money. There was nobody but my mother to take care of me. And she worked for a lady in Paris for $10 a week. And so she couldn't afford it. So I made my way to Nashville to my uncle's and stayed there. And that's history now. But isn't that interesting?
But music was just.
But music was not. It was just something that I did.
Yeah.
So I started working with them. And then I left the Sunday school and started playing for their choir. And then from that choir to the biggest choir, and became a phenomenal here in Nashville with that particular choir. With my no reading music self. It was all by ear. And still didn't have I think I graduated at least to 4 keys by that time.
Well, then the transition to being the host of a show, it's just
Well,
such
wait a
a
minute.
remarkable.
You got to remember
take it a
that. You
step
got to
back.
remember that.
Okay.
I have to go through all this teaching experience, right?
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Then came back to Tennessee State after I came back and became director of curriculum here in Nashville. And then I didn't like that. So I got a job at Tennessee State because I thought I had more time. And then that's kind of like when I went into the business of television, because I helped start the Black Expo, which was in Tennessee, but it went around the country to educate people about what contributions blacks were making at that time. We didn't call ourselves black. We were colored.
When was the first Black Expo?
Why do you ask me these years? I'm too old to remember that.
Well, online it says something in the 90s.
When
but
did I
this was-
start? I think it was in the 70s.
70s.
It was about 74.
Okay.
About 1974. Because I started the show at Channel 4 in 76.
Yeah.
And that came because of affirmative action. They didn't have very many black people on television. And so, and especially in Nashville, they had one little program called Jump Street. And so we went to the management and asked them if they would consider. By that time, I had kind of like fallen in love with gospel because I didn't grow up with gospel music. I'm Methodist, and we didn't use that kind of music.
Right.
In fact, we looked down on it, kind of, you know?
Yeah.
I heard that music in that church that I went to start playing, and I told my mother, I said, you should hear these people. You know, they give it to you like you never heard. It was just astonishing. And so, and I thought, maybe I saw some weaknesses along the line in their conferences and things they would have. And after I learned those skills from McGraw-Hill, I was able to apply a strategy or a theory to the work that we were doing. And that's really what my interest was. It was cultural as well as spiritual. So I mixed the two together.
Yeah.
Okay. So there was only one black show that I knew that I could watch, and it stayed on a little while, a guy by the name of Nat King Cole.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Then
That's right.
there was a young black lady that came named Julia, Diane Carroll, that had that show, you know, and so that was probably the extent of where we saw black folk. Every now and then you'd get a little interview from an athlete, you know, and their language was kind of inadequate, so you didn't, you know, stay with it very much. So that's how that came about. So I went to Channel 4 with some other people and said, may we do this? Would you try it out for us? They acquiesced. They were great people. The manager and the sub-manager is what I'll call them. And so we did, and it immediately became a #1 show here in Nashville. It was called the Nashville Gospel Show.
Was it a live audience show right
Yeah, we
there?
had live audience in that little studio out there. Still the same. Same studio. They had 2 of them. I wanted the other studio, but they gave us the, you know. So that's how it worked. And I had
This is with a live band and a live choir.
live
and
choir,
everything,
live
and
band, live
audience.
groups, live soloists, whatever.
Yeah.
The people who could sing gospel music, we had to look up to find them, you know, to bring them into the studio. But never, ever, ever would I have thought that that was the beginning of what is now. I just wouldn't have thought it no kind of way. My mother, for gospel music, you singing what? Gospel. what are you doing? Everybody was trying to sing the same music that the major culture sang. You know, that was the pattern of most of our lives. We had to pattern from what we knew that was successful. And so the white or the Caucasian people were our role models. So we tried to do everything they did. So we didn't want to use gospel because it was inherently black, right? Produced and used out of suffering and pain to lift up the energies of the people that heard it. So that's how that came about. And I took it from that cultural aspect and added the little spiritual aspect to it as well. And here we are in 2000, whatever year this airs.
Okay, Influence here, Dr. Bobby Jones. We're going to be back with more.
Hickman County, Tennessee. It feels a lot like home, or how home should feel. Come by, sit a spell. Soak in the goodness that inspired Minnie Pearl to write about this special place. Visit Hickman County, Tennessee's hidden treasure. Studio 23 Nashville presents Studio 23 Nashville Live, November 10th at World Music Nashville, featuring 2010 European Album of the Year and 2015 Country Music Association of Texas Artist of the Year, Bobby Marquez. Singer-songwriter extraordinaire Steve Kahn. From the 70s supergroup Orleans, Lance Hoppin. Nashville's favorite Cajun Americana artist, Les Kerr. Country Christian artist, Cherie Pepper. Pianist to the Stars, Mark T. Jordan. And jazz singer-songwriter Allison Kerr. Plus an all-star band. Tickets are just $15 and are available now at www.brownpapertickets.com. Just search the site for Studio 23 Nashville or World Music Nashville. Studio 23 Nashville Live is made possible by the Law Office of Lavelle Glanton, Expedia Cruise Ship Center Nashville West, and World Music Nashville. Be the envy of the neighborhood. Make your friends jealous. Be the first on your block to get official swag from Studio 23 Nashville, Pinkerton Productions, and Bryan Cumming. Just visit our store at the bottom of the page and order yours today.
God gave me a song. How about you? That the angels cannot sing. I've been redeemed. Let me see your hands if you've been redeemed today. God has been so good to me. He's opened doors that I could not see. Thank God for the love. Yeah, God gave me a song. Come on, put them hands together. Here we go. All right. How you doing, Bryan? Why are you ready? God gave me a song that the angels cannot sing. I've been washing the blood, hey, of the crucified one. I've been redeemed. Hey, yes, the Lord has been so good to me. He's opened doors that I could not see. Sometimes when I am feeling low, no one to care, no place to go. Our Father is rich in houses and land. He holds the power of the world in his hand. Let me see your. Hey, hey, enjoy that?
Welcome back to Studio 23 Nashville. We're here with Dr. Bobby Jones talking about gospel music, Nashville, and Paris, Tennessee, and a lot of adventures of what it's been like in your life. It's been...
You know, it's interesting that I'm labeled now as a gospel music enthusiast, of which I am.
Yeah.
But actually, I'd like to explore a little bit more, excuse me, in some other areas, because it was the learning about life and situations through other dimensions that helped us to do what I do. You know, from all the way from, you look at the societal contributions, the financial, the religious, did I mention socialization? And the spiritual. Those 5 elements or tenets of life is what I'm basically exposing, trying to continue to expose to the people that I work with. And so I like the gospel music idiom.
Yeah.
And now that I'm an ambassador, everybody wants to say, Bobby Jones is the ambassador of gospel music. Yes, give me that title. But I'm an ambassador of a nation. There is a big difference, but they want to go straight to that. He's the ambassador of gospel music. Because I had a television show and we revolutionized the whole industry.
Yeah.
And that started in 1980. And
Yeah.
now I can say that. Now that I'm this age, I feel free to say what I want to say about what happened with me. Otherwise, when you're trying to make moves, you have to be careful and how you address, you know, you won't become, if you say you have, then, you know, leave that part alone.
I don't know if you knew, there's something you mentioned just now about being ambassador. You knew that he's literally an official ambassador to a country.
Dominica, right?
Dominica.
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 Have you been there?
Yeah. How do you think I became an
Well,
ambassador?
how did you get there? Tell me about your adventure in Dominica.
You thought they just saw me and said, hey, we want you to be an ambassador?
See, I take the risk of looking stupid so we can all
No,
enjoy ourselves.
that wasn't, because Dominica is so small. It's a small island. Of course, it was wiped out.
Yeah.
There was
They
nothing.
suffered a lot.
Week before last,
With
I
the
think it was.
hurricane.
Yeah.
And so they had to take them to other islands. Guadalupe, Martinique is right in the same area where they are. They're French speakers.
Yeah.
And so I was invited down to a Creole festival.
Oh.
They had looked at several people that they wanted to help them get known and to create a finance base for them. It's a very poor country.
Yeah.
And so they had 8 of us to come down. Little did any of us know that they were looking for someone to do that. We thought we would just go into a Creole festival. A lady from As the World Turns, the little guy from First Prince of Bel-Air, I think it's Alonzo or something like that.
Yeah.
And then the young lady, Tatania or something, her name, she was on First Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah.
And 3 more people. We were just going around and looking at the island, and they had a lake on the top of a mountain. A lake
Really?
at the top of a mountain. And so we made our way up to the top, and then we went out on a boat, rode around, and they were in there discussing because they had talked to all of us. So we got there, we got off the little boats and came back to Dr. Jones, we'd like to speak to you. I said, oh, okay. We have considered that we would like to have you to become an ambassador for our nation. What did you say? An ambassador? I'm not in politics. I don't know. No. This is what we'd like for you to do. We'd like for you to help bring tourists to our country and offer financial support with other organizations who could possibly see what our needs are. Would you consider? I thought about it. I immediately then said, of course. Of course. Is this real?
Yeah.
Yeah. This was the Prime Minister and his cabinet.
Yes.
From going to play a festival to this, yeah. That's huge.
My eyes got big and I couldn't believe it. You know, I'm saying to myself, oh, an ambassador, is this for real? You know, and so I said, Mama, my mother had passed on. I talked to her like she's still alive. Mama, you won't believe what has happened to me.
Oh my God.
And so that's history. So we won't dwell on that, but I thought you'd like to know how that came about.
Very interesting.
And so I did this for like 4 years. 4 very active years, and then it began to wane off somewhat.
If you could see the pictures of Dominica, it's a volcano on the island, right? And that's where the lake is up there, and it's all this lush, beautiful,
He
unspoiled
knows
tropical.
so much.
I just want you to
Doing
tell me
his homework.
what does it look like? Is it as beautiful as the pictures make it seem?
Well, it's a lot of foliage. It's not like many of the other islands, and the Caribbean islands don't have as much foliage as like Hawaii. Hawaii is just a whole different green, And this is one of the islands that had that deep green foresty feeling, And but the only original Caribs, the Indians that had all of these islands prior to the arrival of the Europeans. That's only that one tribe called the Caribs is in Dominica. Yeah, so that was a little experience for us, but just one city, which is Rue, on the whole island. Everything else is rural, So
it just looked phenomenal. I'd never heard of it, and now you're.
And I hadn't either, but I was excited to go. And then here comes the Bahamas.
Oh.
Yes, the Prime Minister. I became their representative as well. So there was 2 islands that I had.
Was it a similar
yes, for the
request
same
that
reason.
you would raise help to draw financial
And
support?
especially tourism.
And
And so a lot of people were able to go to see Dominica because I asked them to.
well, it worked.
nice.
I've told my
Yes,
wife
he's
about
already
it, and I
looked it
went to a
up.
travel agent today. Said, what about Dominica?
Where did you find him?
Okay, so
The ambassador.
we got the ambassador. So, okay, now the thing that I was going to say is that obviously
Right.
music has been a very constant theme, but you're not at all a typical musician or even a typical songwriter or a typical singer, because you are an entrepreneur. You started a business with the music in it. You brought in all these other musicians, and every week you've got a show. And you just have a vision and a way to handle things that has made this one of the longest running cable vision shows ever. And in addition to all the other shows that you do, it's obvious that you've got an ability to make things happen on a very regular basis.
You are
It's
so
a business.
complimentary.
No, I mean,
What do you
think
say
about
about
that.
me?
Think about what it
I
what
don't
it takes.
think about those things.
Well, it comes naturally to you. But have you ever thought of yourself as an entrepreneur?
No,
You're just doing it?
just doing it. That's it.
Somebody's calling right now for business.
We said the
Here
magic
comes
word.
a business call.
So can
Okay,
we
it's a
eavesdrop
business
as
call.
to how you
Okay.
handle business?
Okay.
It's completely
Oh, the
business.
message says don't call back. So let me turn it out. Let's continue
It's
our
the rest of the
conversation.
cast of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. They want to have a
See,
reunion.
you think I'm kidding? What you say?
Don't
Don't say don't call back. Who is
I
that?
wrote that there, so whoever that
God.
was.
That's a former business acquaintance. Yeah, he did mention that you're an entrepreneur, but when I hear about anything you've done in life, whether it was The Educator or the music or these shows, it
Ambassador.
seems like you're always thinking of ways, ambassador, of reaching out and helping people in so many facets of their life to make them a whole, complete person that can be a success as well.
Now, isn't that interesting?
I feel like
Because you summed it up, basically. I don't know why I've always had that desire. On a personal note, growing up, my father was an alcoholic, illiterate, and my mother finished the 8th grade. I think she did, but she could read. She was an intelligent woman. But I had a strange appearance. The kids used to call me Howdy Doody.
oh no.
Have you heard of Howdy Doody?
Yes.
How's that?
Did you have a hat?
Big bumps, big red dots.
Oh.
Well, I had big bumps on my face, and they would come. But I was kind of like ostracized and made fun of all through my youthful life. My dad had big ears, and I did too, and it was just terrible. And so because of that, my family members didn't. I was a little different than them, and I knew it. And they did too.
That's why
That's why they
picked on
treated
you.
me differently. So they didn't treat me like they did my brother and my sister, because I was energetic and I was kind of like, have you heard of little fast kids? Little ahead of themselves,
Yeah.
So I was one of those kind. And I'll be meddling in their business and stuff like that, even at a very young age. And so that treatment gave me, it put me in a position of being an outcast, so to speak. And that was pretty much all the way through high school. That was what happened to me. But, and I sought love because I didn't have what I needed from my family in all during that period. So I said that to say that my quest for trying to be an assistant to someone's lives and to make them feel more accommodating to the world is what's behind all of this that I have done. It's like, I know you didn't like me, but I'm going to show you who I really am. I'm going to show you that I'm not what you thought I was. You know, my father said, because I couldn't plow, I couldn't do that. I didn't want to do that.
Right.
And he thought that was awful. This is the only way we could make a living. But I told him, I said, this is not what I'm going to do, you know, to my dad, you know. And so I intentionally used the brain power that God gave me, so I was able to go through school just like that and leave the rest, and they didn't like that either.
I bet they didn't, yes.
Plus all these bumps and all. But that was what put me in the position of being aggressive and assertive in the area of making a contribution to society. I didn't want others to go through what I have gone through, and the way we were treated in a segregated society. I just could not understand that. So I set out to become. And God must have opened the doors for me, because there is no way that these things could have happened and the number of people that have been in my life unless it was spiritually led. I have to develop that kind of belief system. That was one of the things I was taught at Vanderbilt. Develop a theory and a belief system. So I developed one.
Oh, it's got that Vanderbilt seal of approval.
Oh, yes, it does. Yeah, Vanderbilt was an exciting experience for me to get that type of education from them, and then to be able to travel around the world and take this music to every corner of the world and then from Paris, Tennessee, Henry, Tennessee, and I think back on that, you know, and it's even the current thing that just happened to me last week, wherever this taping goes. I was invited to the Smithsonian Institute in Washington, D.C. They have a new museum called the Afro-American Museum there. It was remarkable. But what they're doing is going to put my exhibition in that museum.
Oh.
Now, you talking about breathing heavy and saying, thank you, Jesus. That was the time for me. After all the things, I'm in the Library of Congress, and President Bush, you gave me, you saw that, revolutionize the industry. All these things, they happen, and then I'm just like the current president. Things happen, you keep going. You don't pay that much attention. All right, I'm going to do this, this goes on, and you just keep going, and nothing ever happens, well, you know. So it never just really dawned on me to have any kind of thoughts of being, this is who I am, and this is what I. That's just not a part of my DNA. I don't even think like that. Whatever it was that happened, it happened, and I keep going. And I'm just as challenged now as I was then, and I'm almost 80 years old. God is good.
He is good.
There's
So
so
is
much
Dr.
to
Bobby
read.
Jones. We're going to be right back with more That Good on Studio 23 Nashville.
Straighten up and fly right.
Now available, Come Out Swingin', the new CD by the Bryan Cumming Jazz Quartet. Come Out Swingin' is available at studio23nashville.com and all major digital retailers.
Say, come out swinging.
Come Out Swingin' by the Bryan Cumming Jazz Quartet. Get yours today. Studio 23 Nashville presents Studio 23 Nashville Live, November 10th at World Music Nashville, featuring 2010 European Album of the Year and 2015 Country Music Association of Texas Artist of the Year, Bobby Marquez. Singer-songwriter extraordinaire Steve Kahn. From the 70s supergroup Orleans, Lance Hoppen. Nashville's favorite Cajun Americana artist, Les Kerr. Country Christian artist, Cherie Pepper. Pianist to the Stars, Mark T. Jordan. And jazz singer-songwriter Allison Kerr. Plus an all-star band. tickets are just $15 and are available now at www.brownpapertickets.com. Just search the site for Studio 23 Nashville or World Music Nashville. Studio 23 Nashville Live is made possible by the Law Office of Lavelle Glanton, Expedia Cruise Ship Center Nashville West, and World Music Nashville.
The Jesus in me loves the Jesus in you. Somebody said the Jesus in me loves the Jesus in you.
Love the Jesus in
All right, I'm going to do a little line, and it goes like this, and I want you to join in with me. All right? It goes very simple like this. Yeah. Let me see you move. Your feet hurting? Yeah. How you doing, crying? So easy to love. And it goes like this. Greg. The Jesus in me loves the Jesus in you. The Jesus in me loves the Jesus in you. So easy. Hey, y'all, it's so easy. Oh, yes, it is. Bernie, it's so easy. Chuck and Terry, it's easy to love. Gotta get a witness out here. Somebody help me say, Jesus in me. Hey, the Jesus in you. Oh, the Jesus in me. Jesus in me. Loves the Jesus in you. Jesus in you. Oh, so easy. I know it is, yo. It's so easy. They can sing too. Hey, it's so easy. So easy. Yes, it is. It's easy, y'all. Easy to love. Yeah, let me hear the choir. Let me hear the choir. Testify for me. Jesus in me loves the Jesus in you. How about that? Hey, Jesus in me loves the Jesus. Loves the Jesus in you. Hey, yo. So easy. I know it is. It's so easy. So easy. Oh yeah, it's so easy. So easy. It's easy to love. Easy to love. Are you ready? It's gonna be your turn. Here we go. 1, 2, and.
Go ahead.
You got it. Bless the Jesus. So I know it is now. It's so easy. Oh yeah. Hey, it's easy. It's easy to love. I know it is. Hey, y'all. Now turn to the person next to you and just give them a big hug. Male or female, it don't matter. Hey, the Jesus in me. Come on and tell them that the Jesus in you. The Jesus in me. Jesus in me. Love the Jesus in you. Hi, Lord. So easy. I know it is, y'all. Come here, Sherry. So easy. So easy. It's Terry. It's so easy. Terry. So easy.
The Jesus in me loves the Jesus in you. The Jesus in me loves the Jesus in you so easy. Oh, so easy. Oh, so easy. Hey, easy to love.
Let's give Terrence some love, y'all. Loves the Jesus.
Loves the Jesus in you.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus in me.
Loves the, all right, Murdy.
Loves the Jesus
Murdy,
in you.
don't act like you don't hear
So
me.
easy.
It's so easy.
So easy. So easy. Easy to love.
Now y'all gotta help me sing it. The Jesus in me. The Jesus in me. Come on. Loves the Jesus. So easy. Yeah, the Jesus. The Jesus. Hey. Oh. So easy. What's after that? So easy. All right, yeah, now. Easy to love.
Play it for me, Kevin. Stand up, stand up. Yeah, boy. Kevin Claiborne, give me some love, y'all. This is the last time. One more round, and we through. Everybody say,
Jesus in me.
love the Jesus.
Loves the Jesus in you.
Come here, Chuck. The Jesus.
Jesus in me.
Loves the
Loves the
Jesus.
Jesus in you.
Cause you're so easy. Yes, you are. You're so easy. One more time. You're so easy. Why? You're easy to love. Give Chuck some love. I didn't know he could sing it. Ladies and gentlemen, the Nashville Super Choir. Jerry Glee and the band. Kevin, Jeff, Kenny. All right. Hey, hey, hey. So easy. I was about to threaten my cousin. It's so easy.
Welcome back to Studio 23 Nashville. We have been enjoying our visit with Dr. Bobby Jones. And when I found out you'd worked with one of my favorite country music stars, I had to get the scoop because I didn't realize you were on tour with Barbara Mandrell
Oh
for
my
many years.
Lord! I learned how to talk like her.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
There you go.
That's another Texan.
Barbara,
Man.
you know, Barbara
Yeah.
and I and the rest of the group became really, really close after the number of times that we worked with her. She never changed. She was always, the anomaly was there was a black guy and a white woman doing country and gospel. Now this is back years ago.
Early 80s.
We had no problems. Her management, her father and mother, everybody, we were as one. And we produced a lot of wonderful music and good relationships with people. Working in Las Vegas with her, going on different tours, you know, for country artists, and to look at the phenomenal talent that Barbara and her sisters had was amazing. Really. She played all those instruments,
Oh,
and she could sing and dance, and she's just a great person to be with.
Were you on the television show as well, or just the tours?
No, I didn't do the television show. She had stopped. Yeah, she had stopped the television show when we started doing and started touring with in Las Vegas and all. But that's one of the reasons I retired. She always talked about it because she was on top when she left. And everybody was wondering, why are you giving this up?
Yeah.
She said, I want to do it while I'm on top. And that stuck with me. So when it came time for me to get to 35 years, I said, I'm going to quit. I'm going to stop right here and do something else somewhere else. Not right here, right here. Yeah. That's Ebonics, as they call it. So her father and her mother and her two sisters and her band, it was just a pleasurable experience to, because she loved black music, you know, and she would like to sing some of the songs that some of those artists did as well. And then I was introduced to a lot of people through Barbara Vandrell that I wouldn't have known. Then I did some work with Dolly Parton. Ronnie Millsap took us on tour for about 2 years. You remember Ronnie Millsap?
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, he was, wasn't he? I mean, he was heavy, you know, and we fit right in. And then one of the most popular ones that we did was with Mr. Las Vegas.
Wayne Newton?
Wayne Newton. Wow. We worked the Hilton with Wayne Newton for a turn. And he was just as talented as Barbara. You know, you learn from other people. If you can't learn from other people, then something's wrong. You know, you can't know everything, right? So we learned a lot from him. I really did, as well as Barbara. And then he had singers with him that were good as well. So I think we made great contributions to our society by being able to work in those different areas and venues. That was fun.
And that is also a Grammy Award, the duet with Barbara.
We did.
1984.
I'm so glad I'm standing here today.
Yeah.
And they tried to take that away from us.
No.
Oh,
What's that
yeah, it was a
story?
big work. It's because she was country, and they didn't think that the song was appropriate to be put into a gospel category. Just things that happen. You know, you're just going to find people who don't want this, that, or the other.
Yeah.
So much of it went on without my knowledge. I didn't know about some of it until much later on.
And they have so many categories of Grammys too.
Yeah,
Like
and
a
they do.
soul gospel duo performance or something like that, as opposed to traditional gospel, or you know, there are several categories within the gospel category.
Yeah, right. I don't know about you guys, but there's so many facets of life, things that happen to you, that you just have to take a look at it, evaluate the situation, and just say, that's a part of life.
Right.
And keep going. Yeah. So with the shows that you're developing and with your interest in presenting other people and what they do and how they do it, it's going to make a contribution to somebody's life as well. So congratulations for even the thought. Nice. The thought is a great thing to have. You can think it and it doesn't really have to happen, but you got the thought.
Well, that goes back to the TSU course.
What about the thought? What about the thought from you guys? Why did you decide? Now, see, this is the thing about me that I probably check, because I take over sometimes. And instead of you asking me, I like to ask you to see where you come from. Why would you invite Bobby Jones on your show?
Oh, gosh, because I think it's very interesting how you did so much in so many different facets in your lifetime and in such a short period of time, and I don't even think you realize that.
No, it's been a long time.
We can hardly get anything done. I cannot pat my head and rub my belly at the same time. So
And he's doing a show every week, and then another show.
And we all want to be like that. We want to be these overachievers, and that's what we look at you as.
Yeah, do you drink
overachiever.
full-strength coffee?
I don't drink coffee.
See there? All right, there's a testimony, ladies and
But
gentlemen.
that doesn't mean that it's not good. I drink tea sometimes, you know.
Okay.
So that's another thing that I try to do. I try to take good care of myself.
Yeah.
I'm bigger than I'd like to be because I'm always conscious of my appearance. Are you?
Somewhat. Well, when we watch the show, we go, my gosh.
Why do you wear a tie?
You know, that's a good question. You know what? I'll tell you something somebody told me once.
What?
He would come, he was a fellow student at college, and when it was time for the exam, he would put on a tie. And he said, you know, when you dress up to take a test, you score better, you do better, you perform better. I mean, that's just one thing. I mean, I really like the way it looks. I mean, but it goes into a certain tradition too. It's sort of like maybe
That makes you feel a certain way.
a little, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
then
instead of a T-shirt or like it's sort
But
of.
you know, when I think of doing anything in Nashville, I think of country.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to decide, and I call a friend of mine to say, what should I wear? You know,
Yeah.
because most country artists are very casual in their attire, right?
Oh yes.
So-
Nowadays, especially backwards ball cap. And
Yeah.
torn blue jeans.
Yeah,
Torn blue jeans.
just like gospel. The gospel people, they've just changed everything. They walk in like they just got through playing softball and go on stage, and that was not the character that we, you know, in its day.
Yeah.
We didn't do that. We dressed. You know, we
Yes.
had special clothing,
Yes.
and so you had to decide how you were going to look, and you're going to look. Well, I had to do the same thing for gospel. So what did I do? I found a guy in New York City that was a couture, and came out with my wardrobe of glitter. It became a hit. All the people that wanted to come up in gospel had to find them a little jacket like Bobby Jones. Yeah, there was a country guy.
He's got the bling going on.
He had a television show, a Channel 4.
Oh, was it Porter Wagoner?
Porter Wagoner.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, some
He was
shiny
bling.
jackets. Yeah.
Yeah, so
They like
that was kind of like an extension of what we do as artists. You know, you have to decide on how you're gonna, you know,
Do that image. Yeah.
developing images, you know, and that kind of thing. So the other thing that I would suggest to artists now that I'm at this age is to learn how to take care of yourselves. And that kind of food that we're eating now is kind of, some of it's detrimental to us.
Oh, yeah.
And so I waited till I got this age before I, you know, began to realize how this processed food affects you in some degree.
Yeah.
So I don't know whether you're ever going to talk about that or not, but I find that as being an interesting way to not only just talk about your life, but talk about things that have helped you to get where you are, so we can pass that information on to someone else.
Right.
So I usually try to break it up by saying, let's not put the emphasis too much on Bobby Jones, but what are the characters and the situations that can create this in you if this is what you want to do. You know, being yourself is one of the first things that you have to do. Can't nobody be you but you.
Exactly. We're all one of a kind. Yeah.
And look, who could be him with polka dot
Some days
socks?
I say, who wants to be me? You know, there's that question too.
But you bring up a really good point about food and the way what comes out of the earth, the way God designed it, is really good for us. But the way we manipulate it for the marketing and the processing and all that ends up being less healthy for us.
Of course.
But so really eating what is healthy is kind of a stewardship issue. Like God gave us these bodies, He gave us everything we need. Do we ruin it, or do we want to try to improve it by putting it in cans and putting sugar in it and all these things? And then how many health problems do we have as a result?
As a result.
So really, essentially, it's us taking care of what He gave us. You know.
That's true. One other point, and then I'll let you ask that next question. We talk about looking at the big picture. What is the objective of you doing? What's the rationale? What is your procedure? What is your judgmental areas? How do you reflect on what you've done? How do you balance that all out? So my way of doing things now to the young artists is to say to them, so you're singing about Jesus. How are you going to prevent yourself from being the center? Or are you going to use your objective? And so many of us get caught up in ourselves and what contributions we make that people elevate us to.
Oh yeah.
And then it becomes us. And in this line of work that I'm doing, it can't become us. Our objective is to bring goodness and love and peace and harmony to people through our music. And that's what we need to focus on. So I tell them, I don't pay attention to myself, not seriously. There are certain things that you have to, but otherwise, keep your head reaching to the stars and look at the objective of why you do what you do. Have a purpose in mind. Don't just do it because God gives you a talent, but take that talent and utilize it to help someone else. So if you want to know anything about me, really, that's where my heart really is.
These things that you say to the artists that are on your show, or to the audience even, about what you're trying to impart to these audience?
Even when I go to make a presentation, a musical presentation, I try to emphasize that. Like this past weekend, whenever this airs, we went to Mississippi to talk to people who have diabetes and are subjected basically to having amputations. And we call it Don't Lose Your Limbs. So we gave them, we had doctors there that gave them tests, and they could see, because more people are affected in my ethnicity with diabetes than others, and they're losing their limbs.
Very serious.
Yeah.
So there are physicians that can do procedures that can get rid of the plaque and all that's in your arteries and veins, that you can live longer. You don't have to lose your limbs. So I told my people, this is our ministry. Since we've grown up now, we don't call it, we're going to do a concert and sing it. It's our ministry. How about that? I learned a lot from somebody else, you know. One of my greatest teachers was Dr. Maya Angelou.
Yeah.
You know her?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Poet.
Well, every Thanksgiving, for the last 25 years before she passed away, we were at her home.
Very nice.
Every Thanksgiving with a young lady from Nashville named Oprah Winfrey. You may have heard of her.
Oh, yeah.
And,
She exposed her a lot, was a big fan of hers because of her eloquent words. Yeah.
Yes. So I learned so much from her. And then my next point was the first point was not focusing on yourself, but focus upon your objective. And then the next thing is to learn how to meet and greet and learn from other people, because we don't know it all. Be observant. You know, take in as much as you can. And then disseminate that. Don't keep it, give it away. Make it a blessing. So whatever you're doing, Bryan, give that tie away.
And the polka dot socks too, maybe.
Oh, I got plenty more.
Smartest man I've ever met. Dr. Bobby Jones.
Studio 23 Nashville presents Studio 23 Nashville Live, November 10th at World Music Nashville, featuring 2010 European Album of the Year and 2015 Country Music Association of Texas Artist of the Year, Bobby Marquez. Singer-songwriter extraordinaire Steve Kahn. From the 70s supergroup Orleans, Lance Hoppin. Nashville's favorite Cajun Americana artist, Les Kerr. Country Christian artist, Cherie Pepper. Pianist to the Stars, Mark T. Jordan. And jazz singer-songwriter Allison Kerr. Plus an all-star band. Tickets are just $15 and are available now at www.brownpapertickets.com. Just search the site for Studio 23 Nashville or World Music Nashville. Studio 23 Nashville Live is made possible by the Law Office of Lavelle Glanton, Expedia Cruise Ship Center Nashville West, and World Music Nashville.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's an old song with the message that when we leave this earth, we'll enter into the kingdom, those of us who serve God. And those of us who went before us, when the morning comes, by and by. Y'all remember that old song? When the morning comes and all the saints of God will be gathering home. We'll tell the story how we overcome. We'll understand it by and by. 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 We'll understand it. We'll understand it. By and by. By and by. By and by. We'll understand it. Father alone will know all of
but your ways are not my ways. His thoughts are not my thoughts. I will understand, yes I will.
Understand.
Tempted and tried with, oft made to wonder why it should be thus all the day long, while there are others living about us. Never forsaken, going wrong. Can you help me say by and by? He'll wipe the tears from her eyes. Oh, by and by. Will I understand it?
Understand.
By and by. When we reach that golden shore, we'll study one another. We'll understand it. When I get over there, I'm gonna sit at his feet, and he'll dry my weeping eyes. No more sorrow, no more pain. When I get over there, come on and sing by and by. One of these mornings, and it won't be long, you're gonna look for me. Because I may not understand my problems right now. I may not understand what I'm going through. But I know, and will bring an understanding. Will bring an understanding. You just keep on holding on. Keep on believing. Keep on trusting. Keep on praising. He that shall come, he will come. And he won't tarry. God is a promise keeper. God is a promise keeper. I know God's gonna do it. I know God's gonna fix it. Do I have any believers? Let me see you raise your hand. Give God the praise. Give God the glory. By and by. I know God. Anybody believe that God gonna fix it? I dare you to give God a praise right where you are. Come on, put a praise on it. Put a praise on it. God gonna do it. I hear the word say, be not weary in your well doing. Be not weary in your well doing. Cause at the right season, God will fix it. Don't I know it'll be by and by. Somebody say by and by. Give God a praise in here. Give God glory. Look at somebody and say one day it's gonna be by and by. Oh, y'all ain't saying nothing. Turn to your neighbor on the right side and say by and by. We'll understand it. Clap your hands and give God a praise.
Welcome back to Studio 23 Nashville. We're here with Dr. Bobby Jones, the one and only. Man, oh man. Henry, Tennessee.
There you go, saying that word again.
I'm just so
folks thinking of
fascinated by all that has happened on your show in the 35 years that you did it. It was just the Bobby Jones Gospel. I mean, there's so many people that came to it. Kirk Franklin, Mary Yolanda. I mean, over and over again, people that came on your show went on to become known. I mean, you were a sort of a launching pad for a lot of great gospel artists.
Didn't know that. I was trying to get somebody to sing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no intention there. Fortunately, I think I kind of got a pattern of how I wanted to do that through a guy, two guys really. Andre Crouch, you've heard of him, and the Hawkins family. They both from California.
Yeah.
They had a style, I thought, that would be interesting to fit my personality. And the people that I approached to come and join with me in whatever I did, I wanted them to have a similar style, good voices, intelligent, whatever, you know how to carry themselves. So I started with a group called New Life in Nashville. We did that at Channel 4 and on and on and on and on for maybe 15 years. And then I ended with 6 girls. They were excellent singers. One has gone on to be a household name. Her name is Beverly Crawford. And then I decided that I wanted to do a choir. Choirs had become very popular then, and I didn't want the show to just always have just us on.
Yeah.
So I told my music director, I said, I want to do, by the way, his name is Derek Lee, and he's been with me almost as long as I've been on the air, almost 35 years. There was something. So I started to putting some people together, and I was very selective about the ones that I would choose to have in that particular choir. And I thought a big choir sound for television would be an attractive situation, since most churches have choirs. So I pulled together them, and then I thought, what kind of name will I give them? I gave them the small group New Life. So I went to Atlanta, and they had a outdoor concert, and they called them the Atlanta Super Choir. And I said, oh, these people are super singers. They're educated, they're this, that, or the other, and I began to pull them together and call them the Super Choir. So that's how the word Super Choir came along. So we started with about 40 for our first recording, and now we have about 25 that are regulars, and they are tremendous singers, good personalities, and all the things that make it work for us.
Our directors raved about some of the singers you have.
Yeah, they're good. And now that you've seen some of them on this show, you can tell that, you know, it's not airing a lot about me, it's highlighting them as well. So I give them all opportunities. A lot of them are doing other things, and I want them to come from the super choir, let that be their learning base, like their school, and then they go on to do other things themselves. It's that giving element that I talked to you about.
Yeah. There was one episode that I watched where you had a display of several different gospel styles wrapped up in one performance. It was almost like a parody of something from some old church lady from the 30s who was
You saw that
famous,
one?
or something, and then some other more modern. And it was really remarkable. It showed so much depth of the idiom is just contained. It's got so much in it. And you all were having a good time with it. You were kind of making fun of it. And then, you know, like, that's so different from this. And it was so interesting how much is contained in gospel music.
Yeah, I use an Al Green song sometimes in my shows.
Well, and he's a preacher too.
Yeah,
Doesn't he
is.
sing in his church?
But actually, those were love songs that he was doing.
Oh.
But they fit.
Yeah.
In what we were doing, a song like "What's Going On," you know, "Mercy,
Marvin,
Mercy Me,"
always,
all those kind of songs that can fit what's happening in the world today.
Yeah.
You know, man, that "Mercy Me," isn't that something? To see what happened in the world today when we're threatened by so many things, and looking at the conditions of the weather and its factors, how it's affecting our lives, and the conflict human beings are having with each other, not only with other nations, but within our nation.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, what's going on? You know, we need to be more loving and caring and with each other.
Yeah.
And thinking about life is, you know, it's unpredictable, and it's up to us into how we can make it joyous and live with it, you know? So, like being with you guys, make me so comfortable. I shared with you more than I intended to about my personal life. Now things came about.
We're just
But
getting warmed up. Come
Because
on.
of
Use it against
because
you.
of your what you give, what you gave to me was not a whole lot of talk, but you gave me your ear and your eyes and your bodies with your language, and I think that's important as to how we live our lives. You know. be
Can we come
open
on your
to-
show?
I'd love to have you on my show.
I can
sing,
dance
but
like
I
Barbara
dance.
Mandrell.
You can do something.
I
At least
move
I
to the
can let people
music.
know what you're doing.
Yeah.
And I think they would love it. What you say?
Let me work something out. I'll send you an audition tape.
You might do a cartwheel. Thank you, Dr. Bobby Jones. We've had
It's
an
a
amazing
great pleasure to
time.
have
This is one of
Dr.
the
Jones
most
with us today.
No,
Thank you so much.
Thank you.